Good morning, comic book fans. Welcome back to Comics in 5 Minutes. Fuck ice, I'm your ever-loving host, Jorty. Very happy to be reviewing one today called Sicko. It's one I've been looking forward to a little bit for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's another brand new one from Ignition Press, who at the moment are just knocking out the park. I will go on record and say, not everything they've done has been golden for me, but even the ones I haven't liked, I have seen what they're trying to do and appreciated the intention of it. But sometimes it's just not for me. But this one's Teeny Howard, and I've read a bunch of stuff that they've done, and I've enjoyed damn near all of it, and I was looking forward to seeing what they do with a little bit of freedom, not playing anyone else's ballpark, just go to town on this one. And I, honestly, up front, gonna be honest with you, I loved it. Genuinely thought it was a fantastic comic book for a whole bunch of reasons. Sadly, I think one of the reasons I really, really like it might stop it being everyone's cup of tea, and that's down to the artwork. And this is not a criticism. I'm going to, again, right from the top here, and just say, no matter what I say about this comic book, the end result should be it's an amazing book and you should at least check it out. But Amilcar Pina, I'm sorry, I probably pronounced that name massively incorrectly, is the artist on this one. And it's the art that is just offsetting enough that I think if you're not going in with a certain kind of expectation, or wondering why it looks the way it is, not committing to what they're doing with the visual representation, then you might bounce off it a little bit. I like all of it. Now, first talking about the colouring, which is hugely vibrant, very deep colour palette. It goes like hyper real on the colours that you get. Everything kind of pops from the page. It looks amazing. I think there might be some like digital stuff going on there. I don't know if it's like all hand done or anything, but there's still a texture to it. It feels like effort has been put into making it look hand done, and I appreciate that. There's a couple of times in very specific scenes where it goes a little bit beyond even hyper real, and it goes into an almost supernatural or super weird science kind of thing, but that's part of the story, so very, very forgivable on my part. But it is so richly done and so vibrant that it like jumps from the page. Couple that with the fact that on a few occasions the perspective doesn't seem quite right. It took me a while to realize what was going on, and it was only in one particular scene in an American like convenience store where it's one of those things where I can't remember ever being in an American convenience store. Don't remember, I went to America once as a child. I can't remember ever being in a convenience store, but I've seen enough movies and TV shows. I know what they look like, and it didn't look right. It was only after like a few seconds of kind of putting together where the fixed perspective point was and why stuff wasn't working. It's like, oh, there's a slight curve to a lot of things here, and it is because the artistic choice has been that we're experiencing some of these scenes through like an almost fisheye or wall-eye kind of camera thing, and it's like, oh, it changes the focus ever so slightly and is, again, mildly unsettling. There's also a very nice thing that choices are made to put the point of view camera, as it were, in places where I don't think many people would tell you would be a good place to put it. Not if you're trying to get across exactly what you want and to show everything in fluid dynamic motion, well, captured, but to show dynamism. It all seems to come from like slightly off kilter, something a bit too close, sometimes from an angle looking down, sometimes looking up. And this means quite often the human forms we're seeing don't look quite right. I mean, they are, don't get me wrong. Some like, slightly longer fingers, slightly more slender legs than you'd expect. But because of the shift in focus and the fact that you're getting an odd perspective, foreshortening and such things make it look like these people aren't quite right. All of these things added together mean the entire visual presentation is just a little bit off. But I think it's brilliant. I love it. I love everything about this. The fact that I got to go over panel after panel, page after page, time and again to be like, I want to see exactly how they're doing this. I want to like focus in on how they're choosing to present all of these things. It feels like a very, very good mix of writing and artistry coming together to get this unsettling thing across. Because in terms of story, it can be seen as kind of, I mean, I don't want to say basic. That sounds like I'm insulting. I'm not doing that. But if somebody had to describe it, I think saying, what's like the worst kind of superpower you could imagine? It's like, well, my immune system's trying to kill me unless I let it kill something else. It feels like such a weird idea of just that's the core concept. But that, again, is kind of unsettling. So having the visual thing around it really leans into that quite effectively. If I was going to give any kind of criticism on this, is a ridiculously minor thing. I do want to know a bit more about our main character. We get to see her responding to an awful lot of things. We get to see some things starting out. We even get a little bit of backstory about what happened in the run-up to the story we're encountering. It's quite nice non-linear storytelling, which I really, really enjoy. But in terms of who she is, why she's the way she is, rather than just a response to the illness, to the power, I want a little bit more of that. I don't think I'm not going to get it. I think T.K. Howard's a brilliant writer, and we're going to see all of that come out as the story progresses. But for an issue 1, this does so much in terms of setting up the story, leaving so many things unopened, unanswered, and leaving you wanting more. One of the things I definitely want more is who this person is. That's it for me for now, though. Until I see you all again, love, catch you to everyone. Stay safe.